You know that feeling? You just got paid? You feel secure, maybe even a little rich for a day. Then a week, maybe two, goes by. You check your account, and it's a shock. It's almost empty, and you have no idea where the money actually went. It feels like it just evaporated. If you've ever felt this, you are definitely not alone. Most people shy away from budgeting because it sounds restrictive, complicated, like putting your finances in a straitjacket. But what if it isn't about restriction at all? What if it's about control? A budget is simply a plan. It's you telling your money where it's going to go, so you don't have to lie awake at night wondering where it went. Without a budget, you're just guessing. You might overspend on things that don't matter, forget to save for things that do, or get completely blindsided by a bill you knew was coming. But with a budget, a real plan, you cover your bills on time. You start to sidestep debt. You can actually save for your goals, whether that's a vacation or a down payment. Over time, you build wealth. It's about giving yourself power, reducing that constant low level financial stress, and setting yourself up for success. So let's build one. Step one is to figure out what you're actually working with. You need to know your true income. I'm not talking about your gross salary, that big, impressive number on your job offer. I'm talking about your net pay, the exact dollar amount that actually lands in your bank account after taxes, insurance, and all the other deductions have taken their cut. That is your reality. That's the number your budget must be built on. Now, if you're self employed or your income is irregular, this can feel tricky. Just look back at the last 3 or 4 months of earnings, add them up, divide by the number of months, and there's your average. Use that as your baseline. Once you know what's coming in, you have to face what's going out. For the next few weeks, I want you to become a detective of your own spending. You need to track everything, and I mean everything. The rent, the utilities, your groceries, that $5 coffee, the $10 subscription you completely forgot you had, gas for the car, dinner with friends, that online shopping spree. Every single penny. It doesn't matter how you do it. Use an app, a spreadsheet, a physical notebook, the Notes app on your phone. The tool isn't the point. The point is the data. You need the cold, hard numbers to see the real picture of where your money is flowing. Okay, you have your income, you have your list of expenses. Now it's time to make sense of it all. Start organizing your spending into categories. The easiest way is to use 3 buckets. First, your fixed needs. These are the expenses that are roughly the same every single month, the non negotiables, your rent or mortgage, insurance premiums, loan payments. Second, your variable needs. These are things you must have, but the cost can change from month to month: groceries, gas, utilities, or medical bills. And finally, the third bucket, your wants. This is everything else: dining out, entertainment, subscriptions, new clothes, your hobbies. And here is the most critical part of this entire process: be brutally, radically honest with yourself. Is that daily lunch out a true need, or is it a want? Are all 7 of those streaming services essential? This is the moment of truth. Because when you clearly separate what's essential from what's discretionary, the fog lifts. You suddenly see exactly where you can adjust, where you can cut back, and where you can start redirecting your hard earned money toward the life you actually want to build. This isn't about sacrifice, it's about making conscious choices. It's the moment you stop letting your money manage you and you start managing your money. You've looked at your bank account at the end of the month and wondered, where did it all go? It's a feeling we all know. But what if you could tell your money exactly where to go instead of wondering where it went? That's not about restriction, it's about control. And the first step is choosing your approach, your method for taking that control. Once you know your numbers, what's coming in and what's going out, you pick your tool. If you like simple, clear rules, there's the 50-30-20 method. It's a blueprint. 50% of your take-home pay goes to your absolute needs: rent, utilities, groceries. 30% is for your wants: that dinner out, the new subscription, the weekend trip. The final 20% is non-negotiable. It goes straight to savings or knocking down extra debt. So on a $3,000 monthly paycheck, that's $1,500 for needs, $900 for wants, and $600 building your future. Maybe you need more precision. You want to be the mission commander of your finances. That's zero-based budgeting. It sounds intense, but it just means every single dollar gets a job. Your income minus your expenses equals zero. This doesn't mean you spend everything, it means you account for everything. Savings is a job, investing is a job. That $200 for your cousin's wedding gift is a job. Every penny is assigned, leaving no room for financial leaks. Or perhaps you're someone who needs to feel it, to physically see the limits. The envelope system is your answer. It's cash based and brutally honest. You decide how much you'll spend on groceries, gas, or entertainment, and you put that exact amount of cash into labeled envelopes. When the envelope is empty, that's it. No more grocery spending until next month. It creates a hard stop that a credit card swipe just can't replicate. Then there's the strategy for those who want to guarantee their future is taken care of first. It's called paying yourself first. It flips the whole script. Before you pay rent, before you buy groceries, a set amount of money moves directly from your paycheck into your savings or investments. You learn to live on what's left. It makes saving automatic, not an afterthought. Whichever method you choose, they all rely on one critical foundation: an emergency fund. This isn't your vacation fund. This is your life raft. It's the money you use when your car's transmission dies, when you're hit with a sudden medical bill, or you lose your job. The goal is 3 to 6 months worth of living expenses, which sounds daunting, but you don't start there. You start small. Automate $25 from every paycheck. You won't feel it, but in a year, you'll have a $600 buffer. That small step is what turns a potential crisis into a manageable inconvenience. Now, as you start this, be aware of the common traps. Don't set a goal so unrealistic you give up in a week. Don't guess what you spend on coffee. Track it and face the truth. Remember to budget for those once-a-year expenses like holiday gifts or car registration. They're not surprises if you plan for them. And don't make your budget so tight you have no room to breathe. A budget that feels like a prison will just lead to a breakout. Life changes, and your budget has to change with it. If you overspend one month, it's not a failure. It's data. You adjust for the next month. This isn't about getting it perfect on day one. It's about making steady progress. The goal is to stick with it, to build a habit that empowers you. So calculate your income, track your spending, and pick the method that feels right for you. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now. Take control of your money and start building the future you actually deserve.